So that will stop.
Man, just push which one? The
No,
one that's
I got it.
closest.
Sorry, it's already pushed.
No, but I mean when it goes off, so you don't have to keep getting up.
That red button right there.
This one.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I don't like that. I don't like that. But you know, it's gonna work right now. All right. So 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's another afternoon here in the outskirts of the city of Los Angeles. Okay. Hey, tomorrow you have to wear your masks inside a store. So if you're trying to date this or find out the date of this date is happening, they're re-implementing the mask mandate for indoors, vaccinated or unvaccinated. But that's not what this is about. This is about the Cecil Hotel and the events that happened in the Cecil Hotel, which is very interesting. It has been something that I myself have personally been very interested in. But let me introduce, there are other two members of the WASH. We got JaySlay.
What's going on, people?
JaySlay is in the house and he got the fantastic sunglasses. Looking like French Montana.
Looking suave.
Looking suave. Hey. Well, we'll talk about that later. Maybe we might...
They're called Shady Rays.
Shady Rays?
Look into them. They're quality glasses at a decent price. And apparently you get a discount by putting in Joe Rogan 50.
Joe Rogan 50.
You get a discount right now, guys. They're worth the $24, $28.
Well, or the 30-second commercial you just gave him for free. Okay, and we got Chris Ride, our producer and fact checker in the place to be.
What's up, y'all?
Okay, very good. So we're here today, and we were talking about the Cecil Hotel. Oh, Jay, why don't you start us off with the Cecil Hotel and give us a little backdrop? Because today, everybody out there, Jay actually worked at the Cecil Hotel. He actually worked inside. He was actually employed by the Cecil Hotel one time and then another time by an outside company. But he'll tell you about that. But we just want to hear about that Cecil Hotel, man. The legendary, infamous Cecil Hotel. JaySlay.
Yeah, man. Well, the Cecil Hotel, man, my introduction to it was in 2003.
Okay.
A friend of mine told me, hey, they're hiring for in-house security, graveyard shift. Go check it out. Practically, my second job. First job was at Big Lots, doing the seasonal stuff. Then I got into security, and that was my first job, man. Cecil Hotel. I knew nothing about it. But my very first day on the job, automatically, I got a lesson taught to me right there.
What was this lesson? Tell us.
That the Cecil Hotel is not what it looks like. You know?
Interesting.
It looks very nice when you walk in. It has kind of like a majestic look. Like it kind of takes you back. Like you're like, wow, it looks nice.
Like old Hollywood.
Like golden floors, golden roof, just beautiful lobby and mezzanine. But once you get past that elevator, it's a different world. So I worked there. Every guest, I have to sign them in.
Okay.
Or if not, you just have to show us a key.
A key?
If they had a key, that means they had access to the building.
Okay, so all they had to do is show you a key.
Show me a key with a number, and then they used to pass by us. But if they brought somebody in, we used to have to sign them in.
Okay.
Write it down. We used to have to do reports.
Okay.
We used to have to do patrols through the whole building. So I got an opportunity to walk throughout the whole entire building. Man.
At the graveyard shift?
At the graveyard shift.
Your first job?
My first job.
Well, for security job?
It was a security job. First job ever. So my supervisors automatically gave me a baton, gave me some maze. He said, you may need this, but in this place, don't try to play hero and all that. There's like a system that's been going on here for a very long time.
A system, interesting.
As long as, there's drug dealing going on there.
Drug dealing?
Prostitution.
Wow.
And who knows what other stuff. But as long as you don't see it in the halls, people can do whatever they want to do inside the room.
So as long as you didn't see the drug dealing or the pandering or prostitution, it didn't exist.
And that's how management looked at it.
Hotel policy.
Hotel policy.
Official policy or sort of unofficial policy?
It was something that worked for what you would call the entire building for security, because it would be so crazy trying to arrest everybody that does something in there.
Okay.
And then, cops coming into that building, 15 times a day for, disturbances. They don't want to do the paperwork. We don't want to do the paperwork because it's all a big problem with the paperwork. Everything has to match.
Was the police in the hotel?
With security, management, and then when police come. So it's like a triage of what you call of everything that's documented. So everything that will happen at the Cecil Hotel will get documented.
Remember I said that police will only do what if they want to do the paperwork or not. Like they're only making arrests or only if it's paperwork. So that was one case. So a lot of times the police wouldn't want to do the paperwork, so they would say, "Hey, we're just going to take this guy around the alley and let him go," or "Hey, we're just going to they'll be out by tomorrow at 5." Like, how would the police usually remedy these situations? Because you had to work together with them, right?
Yeah, they would take their time.
Okay, take their time.
Of course, they know it's the same people, and even with us, man, like whatever happened inside the hotel, on the floors, it was indoor security's problem,
Okay.
Anything that will happen outside past the main entrance.
Okay.
So these people could cross the sidewalk, and once they cross that sidewalk, if we arrest them or do anything to them, we will be at fault because that's not our jurisdiction. We can't follow anybody past the main entrance of the building. So
you can't follow. So, but if somebody does a crime inside, like they break into somebody's room and steal some money, by the time they make it across the street, they're out of your jurisdiction.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's interesting. And people knew that then.
Yeah, they do that.
Wow.
So then by the time the cops get there, it's just it would be our what you would call our word against whatever they're gonna say.
Okay.
But we had our cameras, But at the Cecil Hotel, you have cameras that are recording audio and video.
Okay.
And that's two different things.
Okay, so you got two separate.
Yeah, two separate things.
So not connected.
Not connected.
So I guess now things are connected, right? Like the camera and audio are both connected together, but I guess there was a time where they weren't. Am I correct or incorrect?
That's correct because you go to most places. Like I'm probably assuming in this this little room right now.
Yeah.
They could listen to us if they wanted to.
Yeah, exactly.
They could listen to us. They could listen to us through our phones.
Yeah.
Through our tablets.
Okay.
Through our smart gadgets. But as long as you're not saying what they don't want to hear.
Okay.
But so everything that happened at the Cecil Hotel was documented, and the people that I worked there with were, I want to say, my respects out to them. There was a girl named Rosa.
Rosa, okay.
And she was beautiful, but she was feisty. She was small. But
where's she from?
I think she was from Salvador, man.
El Salvador?
Yeah,
El Salvadorian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Either that or Mexican. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But she was tough, man, and she would work the morning shift. And everybody in that building, the players, the pimps, the hustlers, the prostitutes, they have respect for her,
Okay.
So she showed me a lot of stuff, And then I have another guy named Douglas, another guy named Aaron. They told me from the very beginning, man, don't try to play a hero here because this building is something else, man.
Okay, so don't try to be a hero. So you're coming in the first time, midnight shift, and the hotel security management is telling you, don't try to be Bruce Willis.
Exactly.
And it's interesting that on the first day on the job, he learns of this whole underbelly that is occurring
and culturally accepted within the hotel policy and police policy.
Because it just works. It works for everybody.
So what's that called? Symbiotic relationship. It's symbiotic relationship rather than parasitic. It's symbiotic.
Yes.
So everybody's working together. The police aren't getting the paperwork. The management is not getting the trouble. And the nefarious characters undertaking all kinds of illicit activities are benefiting. But when one crosses the line of the contract that is unofficially written, that's when trouble happens.
Yes, and there was a lot of arrests. And then Rosa, participated in a lot of them. But then she would always have backup,
Okay.
There was always what you call a guy roaming the floors, because this guy will have the master key. So, and they would tell you, I need you to go lock a room because they haven't paid their rent.
Okay.
So you would go there and you would stick this little have a key in there. And nobody could get in there unless you had the top key. And that's how you get the key out.
Okay.
Until they pay their rent. So all this stuff will be there. And then eventually, right after what you would call, they get the go from management, and they print out a ticket, and then the cashiers or the receptionist or the clerks will give us that ticket, and we will go with maintenance to go recover the property and take it down to the basement. The basement was like 2 levels down, man. It was huge.
Okay, how big would you say?
It was just as big as the building is, man. The building's pretty big. 2 floors down. There was just so much stuff that people never came back to recover.
That's interesting.
What is one of the most interesting things that the people left that they didn't come back to get? Like, what was most interesting to you? Your opinion?
Just clothes and bags.
Clothes?
Yeah. And then their drugs, of course,
Drugs?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That place was heavily, every single floor. But at the same time, you had tenants that lived there, man. And these tenants were interesting characters, man.
Well, tell us about one.
Every single one of them.
Tell us about a couple. Tell us about some of these characters that lived at the Cecil Hotel.
So one of them, of course, we're not going to name names and all that. But, yeah, man, you had it all, man. You had pimps.
Okay.
These guys were the guys that would just take care of us, like, you hit the graveyard shift, man, coffee, something to eat. What
would they get you to eat?
Well, right next door, there was a place that was open 24 hours, man. So they had burritos, burgers, everything you could possibly imagine, like a Tams or Tom Jr., So practically security, but not all security got along with everybody.
What do you mean?
What you would call, for some reason, some people don't get along, because they bump heads.